Just got unloaded for this afternoon's little project. This is the house lot we cleared first part of this year. Might have been the end of last year, I can't remember. It all blends together. But cleared the lot. There's a ditch back here in the back. Septic field went up on top of the hill, and they wanted to leave some trees in between the septic field and the house lot. Let me dump this so you can see a little bit better. Well, we had a windstorm, and those being tall, lanky little pine trees, they half of them blew over and looked horrible. Owner rented a skid steer and got it buried over there. So the builder has gotten us to come back out here, and they want to take the rest of those trees down and clean all that up. So that's what I'm going to be working on this afternoon. Take those trees down and haul this brush out and clean this up the best I can. We're actually able to back the truck across the ditch and get it a little bit closer. Pretty good sized house. I think this right here is where he got the skid steer buried. It's a little wet. It's solid down there, but it's just goopy on top. And I've already pushed a bunch of dirt in there, but he made quite the mess. Good intentions, just was not able to follow through with them. So here I am, get this cleaned up and loaded out on the truck. So I'm gonna round some of this up and dig some stumps up, go get a quick bite to eat for lunch, come back and load it all out. bit. Get these little tree stumps up. That pine was one that fell over. We had a bad storm come through probably a month or so ago. And it took down a bunch of trees around here. I don't live far from here. I think a little small tornado come through right down the road because it really tore up some trees. But these tall pine trees, so tall and lanky, and all the branches at the top from being in the woods their entire life. I kind of like them because they're, you know, the limbs are way up high, but it puts a lot of weight up there, and as wet as it's been this year, guess what? They fall over very easily. Old boy was getting in over his head. The stump was right there. I've already knocked it off before I discovered it, but it was like that. And when I pulled it off, I was like, why is there a notch in the bottom? And it was cut, but then it was also cut up about 2 feet. Well, it looks like he got his chain stuck in there and broke the chain off, and the tree set back on it, or the tree set back on it, pinched it, and he broke the chain or whatever. Oh gosh. He was trying though. Last 2 little trees to take down, nothing major. That will probably actually fall right over. Swing it down. Come on. Timber. It's a little toasty today. Usually it doesn't get this warm at the end of August, but it's like a heat index of 105 today. It's a little miserable outside. To be honest, I don't feel like getting out there with the chainsaw to cut up 3 little trees here, so watch this. Do the old accordion style chainsawing. Like Logger Wade said, the best chainsaw is a steel chainsaw, and that's a steel cutting grapple right there. It never gets dull. It never runs out of gas. He couldn't have cut it up any faster. Probably get a log too. I have the skid steer up there, but since he buried his rental one right over there, I don't think it's too wise to even unload it off the trailer. I'll grab one of these logs and try to smear this mud around the best I can. Once I get that little bit of stuff right there cleaned up. I'm going to try to grade this out a little bit. This looks like sand that they've scraped out of in front of that silk fence. Pushed it over here to the side. Get my grade logs leveled up a little bit. Got all the brush hauled out. All that little bit over there, we'll throw that on the truck and haul the machine off. Mix that in with another load. Thumbs up, so I guess she's happy fixing the mud hole. project. It took about 3 hours. Last load going out. Made that one count. I'll go over here and finish grading this out. All done. About as good as I could spread that mud out with the bucket. Got the little ditch over there kind of graded out some, but let that dry, and maybe later on this fall, if it dries out, put the skid steer on it and dress it up. But all the trees are out and hauled off, graded out, so this job is a wrap.